Hey everybody, this is Dan with Learning to Smoke, and today we're going to be going over a beef tenderloin. Like that. You want some of this? Come get it. Today I'm going to teach you how to tie a beef tenderloin, also known as a Chateaubriand. If your friends have a hard time understanding what you're talking about, just tell them it's a log full of filet mignon. We're going to take this butcher's twine, going to take some scissors, and we're going to go ahead and tie this up. And the reason you want to tie up a beef tenderloin is to keep it an even shape throughout. As you can see on this one right here, we do have some separation. I'll pull that up here. We have a little bit of separation here and here, and even if you flip it over, you will see right there as well. So what we're going to do is tie it up to try and keep it even shape throughout. All right, so with this beef tenderloin, I've got my butcher's twine, I've got my scissors. Just gonna go ahead and start tying this up. So I'm gonna start under here. On this side, about inch and a half down. Make sure I give myself enough slack. And go ahead and get that tied up. Then go ahead and loop that through. And there we go. Okay, so now I got this slack here. I'm just gonna go ahead and slice that up, or cut that off, I should say. Not slicing yet. Okay, now I'm gonna take this twine, I'm gonna wrap it around my wrist like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take this loop and put it under. Hold on, got my thumb wrapped there, whoops. Okay, go ahead and put that through, just like that. I want to go about an inch down. Okay. There. And then same thing again, wrap it around, go under. You're getting the idea. It's actually kind of fun to do. Takes a little to get the hang of it, but man, it is fun to do. It's a little relaxing. Oops. And you just keep following this process all the way along. Like I say, you do about inch and a half down. This beef tenderloin is 12 inches long. So I guess just however long it takes, how much twine you need. Go ahead and doing that. Hopefully you can see on your end. Seems like my lines here are, let me adjust that a little bit. They're going more towards me, but anyway, go ahead and loop that through again. Look, we're halfway there, guys. Whoa, living on a prayer. So once again, you tie this up just to help try and keep the shape of the beef tenderloin. I want to make sure that it stays fairly even. It's also kind of fun to look at, take pictures of. If you're posting this on social media, make your friends, show your friends and make it look like you got mad skills. It's pretty easy to do. So yes, you do have mad skills. You got this. As you can see so I'm not getting the perfect lines here, but it's okay. All that matters is that it's getting tied up. Oh man, got a little lost there. Let's try that again. Let's try and put all this back up here. Okay, go back down, all the way through. Almost done. Okay, I say let's give it one more. At this point, we can really just go over this way. That's what I should have been doing for the other half. Anyway, go here, and now you're going to want to tie this up now that you're at the very end. So go ahead and let's get our scissors out. Okay, make sure that's tight. Okay, we'll go ahead and make this a knot. And here you have it. Got yourself your beef tenderloin all tied up. Now the next step is to prep it. So I've got kosher salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, and onion powder. I'm gonna go ahead and just mix these up. Not all of these are in here evenly. I have more kosher salt than anything else, but I do have some pepper. I probably have, I'd say, equal amounts of salt and pepper, just a little less garlic powder, then a little less onion powder, and a little less paprika. That's how I do things. So we'll go ahead and just sprinkle that on. Just like that, and we'll go ahead and make sure you get that rubbed in. We'll even flip it over. Do that over here as well. And as I talked about before, we'll go ahead and just get this rubbed in here as well. Now, you can easily put it on all sides if you want, but since I've already got excess seasonings here, I'll just go ahead and I'll roll that way, then I'll roll this way. See? Now I'm getting them all covered. Actually, let me just get a little more right there. Oh yeah, and don't forget the ends too. Can't forget that part. Go ahead and get that seasoned up. See, there we go. And then this end as well, we'll just go ahead and pat that along the cutting board. Okay, now we're good. Off to the grill. Now we get the fire going. Go ahead and dump some coals in here. Using the rest of what I got in my bag. That might not even be enough. Brought in reinforcements, aka a new bag. Put some more in there. Just a little bit more. There you go. Now I feel comfortable with that. Then go ahead and take my little tumbleweed here, my little fire starter, and go ahead and put it here on this side of the basket. It lights up really quick. Love it. See there? Anyway, so I only did one and I put it on this side here. So my plan now is I'm going to take a couple of chunks of oak wood. So I love oak wood with beef. Oh, it's so good. So I'm going to take this oak wood right here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put a chunk here. And then I'll put another chunk over here. And the reason I'm doing that is because this fire, as it goes, it's going to burn the coal slowly across this way. So it's going to get this piece of oak first, and then as it keeps going, it's going to get this piece of oak later too. So anyway, that way I got a steady stream of oak smoke. So we're going to let this burn for a little while, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the deflectors on, and then we'll put our beef tenderloin on. Okay, it's been a little while and I can hear those coals pinging in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the deflector on. I'm using this deflector plate here, the slow roller from Kamado Joe. I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and then I'm going to put these grates in too. And I realize I need to get these grates cleaned, so what I'm going to do here is wait for it to warm up a little more after I close the lid, and then I'm going to go ahead and scrape these off. Because it's best to scrape them off and clean them when they're warm, right? Actually, here, let's rotate that. The reason I did that, I don't know if you can see here on camera, but it's got these little notches here on the sides that correlate with the grates here. So now it's in more secure. We'll go ahead and close this lid and let it warm up. Oak smoke is rolling. Whew. Wish you'd get a whiff of that. If we had smell-o-vision on YouTube, then you could smell it. I'm gonna go ahead and lay the tenderloin right there. Get a lot of shade. Can't really see it that well in the camera, but it's there and it's awesome. Let's go ahead and cover that up with the lid, and then we'll let that smoke until it gets to internal temp about 120, 125. To help me monitor temps, I'm going to use this ThermalWorks Smoke X4. I love this thing because it keeps very accurate temps, and I can do up to 4 different temperatures at the same time. So I'm going to put my probe in here. I'm going to lift that up here first. Usually with these things, you want to stick it into the end here like this. So let me scoot this meat down a little bit. And I'll put the probe in up top. Try to make sure you get into the center of that tenderloin right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And also, I can measure ambient temps, because the temps I got here, I want to keep it about 250. So this will help me keep track of that. Actually, let me put it right here. All right. We'll keep track of these temps. Also, cool thing with this is it does have a wireless remote. I don't have it on me right now, but it does got one. So here we are as far as the ThermalWorks temps go, showing us that we're at 126 on the meat. I said 123 earlier, but 126 just seemed right to me. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up this lid and take a look at it. Here we go. Look at that. You zoom in. Anyway, it smells really good. Looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this off the grill. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the cutting board. I keep saying go ahead a lot. Just go ahead and stop paying attention to me saying go ahead all the time. Now I need to go ahead. Now I need to remove these grates, get to that deflector, take it out, put these grates back in. I'm going to actually lower these grates and get to searing. One more thing I should do while I start to transition here with the grates and get the grill up to searing temps is to put foil over this. And go ahead, I got some heavy duty aluminum foil, just putting over it there. I'm doing that to help trap the temps so I don't lose too much of them here. This is just temporary. Hopefully it should only take a few minutes for me to get this grill up to searing temps. But anyway, just wanted you to see me do that. I figured I might as well show you what I do when I remove the deflector in the Kamado Joe Classic 3. So the grates look like this. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that, set it on the ground. And now I'm gonna take out the deflector, the slow roller that is. So there's 3 different components to it. Gotta have high temp gloves. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. As you can see, I'm getting some good flames right now, so maybe the best time to sear. Gonna put these back in. Normally it takes a little bit to get the coals going, but the wood chunks were so big and they're giving me some good sear. I was gonna lower the grates, but I think I may just leave them where they're at. All right, well, looks like it's go time now. Gonna go ahead. Gotta stop saying go ahead. Going to take this off. Take the foil off, that is. Sorry, you can't see off camera here. But I took the foil off. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. Ready for the sear? I was expecting something more dramatic than that. But I think that's because these grates have not had a chance to heat up. But I've got some flames, so I've got to take advantage of those. I'm going to go ahead and move them over there. As far as the searing goes, I'm going to do this for probably about a minute or so on each side. And then we'll take it off and let it rest. And we'll get to that point in the program. All right, whew. Very smoky. Been about a minute now. I'm going to flip it. All right. You know what? Let's just do the old-fashioned way. Let's wait for the grill to kick up to temps. I'm going to take these grates and lower them down a tier. Gotta have high temp gloves when you're working a grill, especially a grill like a Kamado Joe. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Getting so much smoke right now. Holy cow. So you get this much smoke. Hard for me to see. Oh, I want to cut this out. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. So we'll put this one down here too. These are half moon grates. Just lowering them down. The reason I'm lowering them down is to get them closer to the heat. Obviously. So I'll close this lid, angle this up a little bit. What I'm going to do with the top of this, I'm going to swing this right open. The vents to the bottom and the top are fully open, so it'll scream up to temps as far as searing goes. Fun little experiment I did. So you see the temps here. This is saying almost 500 degrees. I took the ambient temp probe, put it through the top, and put it to about this level in the grill. And I'm way too hot. I'm past 500 degrees. Just so you know that the temperature gauge that you see here, and there goes my temperature gauge. Okay. Anyway, the temperature that you see here is going to be about 25-50 degrees different than the temperature you're going to have at the grill surface. Now that I've lowered the grates a little lower, look at that 50 to 75 degree difference. So we are already at searing temps is what I'm trying to say. Let me go ahead and lift this up. I'm going to take the foil off of this beef tenderloin. And now, got the tongs. Going to put this on. There we go. Listen to that sear. Going to sear for about a minute or two on each side. If you can just watch this sear up. Maybe I'll do less than a minute on each side because we're getting a lot of heat there. I'm cooking this to rare, but I may get a little medium rare now because of all the flames kissing it on the outside. You know what? Let's give that a flip over. It's looking good right there. Line up right there. Let it cook for about a minute there. Or 30 seconds. Whatever I'm feeling. If I feel saucy or not, we'll see. If beef tenderloin is your jam, feel free to say so in the comments. We can be friends. We can hang out together right now. Online. Well, probably not right now at the same time, but you know, we can be friends. Let's see where we're at there. Actually, just to double check, I'm going to use my thermo pen, also from ThermoWorks. Going to check temps. We're at about 129 degrees, 130. My hand was getting too hot. Whew. So we're still plenty good as far as inside and the rareness level. That's what I want to see. Let's pull this bad boy off. Okay. Let it chill, let it rest there. Time to remove this foil. And one of my most favorite things to do here is take some garlic butter, take some garlic herb butter, melt it in the microwave, and brush it on while this beef tenderloin rests. Adding that additional flavor to it, and you'll notice that it looks pretty dry on the outside, so we're going to go ahead and sauce that up. Oh yeah, it's going to be amazing. It smells amazing. I know I keep saying that, but man, I just wish I could create smell-o-vision so you guys could smell this. We're going to keep letting this rest probably about another 10 minutes or so, and then we slice. It's been rested well enough. I'm going to go ahead and take this knife and cut off the strings. There you go. Okay. Don't want to eat the strings in your meat, do you? Okay, now we'll do some slicing here. What do you think of that? It's looking pretty good to me. So let's take a look at that right here. Oh yeah, got a chunk of it right here. Now I think I'm in the shot. Go ahead and take a bite, just as it is. Yes, cooked to rare, approaching medium rare, but anyway, that's how I like it when it comes to fillets. Anyway, it's got a great flavor, very tender, very beefy, very juicy. I love the flavor of the crust with that garlic herb butter, but also the seasoning that I put out there, and also the texture of the crust too really helps amplify the taste of this. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Learning to Smoke Barbecue. Also, feel free to go over to Instagram and give me a follow there at Learning to Smoke. Thank you so much for following. Take care.